last year, of course, is your state champion, and they did not win the region last year. Alcoa won the region, so they won that state championship from the runner-up spot. But Alcoa graduated 16 seniors off last year's team and was able to come back with another strong team. They're ranked third in the state by the Associated Press and number one in the power rankings. And Oneida will have to have their best game tonight, Stan, that they've had all year to be able to match up against these Wildcats.
Well, I'll tell you something about Sweetwater. They have so many options to go against. They got the ground game and the passing game. So we have to, Oneida's going to have to play tough on defense is the main thing. Another key tonight's game will be the Oneida don't make any turnovers. They got to cause turnovers, not make any, and capitalize on those turnovers that Sweetwater commits. So look for a tough game for Oneida, and hopefully they'll pull it out at the end.
Oneida has won the toss and has deferred to the second half. And it looks like Sweetwater will receive and will defend the West goal. Right now we'll take a break as we get ready to get set for our opening kickoff, and we'll be back with our starting lineups right after this. Gallagher is set to kick off, back deep for Sweetwater.
Number 23, Tyson Neal. We'll get the starting lines and see if Sweetwater gets the ball here.
Well, it's going to be a short kick, fielded up around about the 25-yard line. And it's going to be taken down finally at about the 30.
Returning the kick was number 87, Brandon King. And now for Sweetwater starting lineup, we have number 10, Jamie Upton. Number 13, Josh Glaze, who's the quarterback. Number 20, Heath Hawkins. Number 21, Michael Bowman. Number 31, Pokey Sharp. Number 51, David Woodruff. Number 60, Sam Miser. 65, Chris Talent. 72, Jason Hicks. 73, John Moore. And 86, Davey Upton.
As Oneida set to go on defense, of course, in their home orange, which is kind of unusual. That's because the dark blue color Sweetwater wears, so they're able to wear that orange here tonight. Sweetwater comes out with wide receivers to each side of the field, much the same formation we see the Indians in each week. And there's the give to their tailback. He breaks it around the right side. He got plenty of speed. Rosman, the only man left to beat. He puts a move on him. And all the way out here to the 43-yard line is Sweetwater's Heath Hawkins.
Hawkins got it outside. Defensive end had a hand out, but you're not going to tackle Sweetwater's running with a hand tackle. You got to get a body on him, and he got outside and scooted down the yard.
As we got a good idea right then of what kind of speed this team does possess. He was around to the outside in just a matter of a couple seconds. So it's first down, 10 to go now for Sweetwater. Ball marked right on the 45-yard line. Flanker this time to the right side, and the pitch goes to once again to Hawkins around the right end, cuts it back up the middle of the field and gets about a 7 or 6 yard gain before he was finally stopped by Pete Shoemaker.
You can see Sweetwater's big up front, and they're going to push Oneida. Oneida's going to be tough on the defensive line to keep the Sweetwater running backs from getting any big yardage.
Well, last week, Stan, Oneida had what I believe was our best defensive outing of the year, and they're going to have to at least match that to hang with Sweetwater here tonight. As we see once again another formation for Sweetwater. Now they got the power right. This time they give to number 23, and he does get close to a first down. I believe he's got enough for it, and that was Tyson Neal with the carry.
Number 25, Josh Thompson.
And is enough for the first down.
I believe he might have had more yardage. I think he slipped and fell, it looked like to me. Now he catches a break right there.
Ball spotted down here at just over the 32-yard line. And a run right up the middle, and he breaks into the secondary before finally being stopped down there by Phil Meredith. And also number 50 for Oneida is Chris Claiborne.
On the give, stopped by number 21, Phil Meredith, and number 50, Chris Claiborne.
And once again, enough for the first down. It'll be first down 10. Ball spotted at about the 22-yard line.
Chris Claiborne starting on defense in place of Ryan Lewis. Lewis has had a knee injury last week, and I talked to him before the game, and he says that he might be out for at least 3 weeks, and Oneida being the first round of the playoffs should be back in time for that.
Well, Oneida left number 21 out here wide open. Of course, him waving his hands, let the quarterback know it. Got himself covered. But Oneida covered that play well, taken down by Pete Shoemaker. As Hawkins on the carry, only picked up about maybe 3 yards on that play. Oneida right there, maybe a little bit anticipating the run too much, as they had a wide receiver out there stand to the left. There was nobody within a good 15 yards of him.
I believe Oneida was just looking, yeah, like you said, for the run. I don't think Sweetwater's been doing so far, and they hadn't been bringing any men out to the left side here.
And now they bring both guys to the weak side of the field. And there's a give right up around the left tackle. Nice hole. And he's going to get all the way down to about the 1-yard line before he's finally taken down for Oneida.
Stop by number 5, Donnie Rosman.
By Donnie Rosman. It's going to be first down, goal to go for Sweetwater. Ball spotted at the 1-yard line.
That's number 23, Tyson Neal, on the carry.
First and goal, Sweetwater at the 1.5.
Now Sweetwater sends receivers out wide to each side of the field, trying to spread the defense out maybe just a little bit. Look for the give right over center right here. They've been running that quite often. Now he breaks it out to the right side. Nice defensive stand there. What they said he got in. Touchdown, Sweetwater.
Daniel King was blitzing right there and had a chance, but just a good block by the fullback to pick King up, and was that Hawkins that scored?
Yeah.
And good job by Hawkins to get that extra.
Attempt the extra point for Sweetwater.
Murray attempt the extra point. It's up and no good. He missed it left. Hopefully that'll bring a little bit of fire back into the Indians and give them a chance. 7:32 left to go here in the first quarter. It's Oneida 6, Sweetwater nothing. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back. 6-0 your score. Sweetwater taking their opening drive down in rather convincing style. No loss of yardage plays on that entire drive. They pretty well just took it and did whatever they wanted to.
Number 43.
Sweetwater's got pretty much a standing room only crowd. I guess there's good 1,500 to 1,700 people just over here on the Sweetwater side. Oneida got a good representation over on the other side as well.
21, Phil Meredith.
Of course, Oneida always has a good crowd, follow them anywhere. Doing the kicking here for Sweetwater is Dwayne Murray. Back deep is Meredith and Thompson. And it looks like this is going to be fielded by Meredith. Meredith does finally pick it up and gets a little room around to the left side before he's finally taken down at the 31-yard line. And tackled down there by number 80 is Tony Oggs.
And now for Oneida starting lineup on offense. Number 7, Daniel King at tight end. 21, Phil Meredith at tailback. 23, Jason Pike at quarterback. 25, Josh Thompson at wide receiver. 40, Cully Phillips at fullback. Chris Claiborne, number 50 at guard. 55, Matt Owens center. Sean Harris, 67 tackle. And number 74, Heath Sexton is starting at tackle for the injured Ryan Lewis. Michael Lawson, 77 guard. And 86, Pete Shoemaker at split end.
Coley Phillips just able to get about 2 or 3 yards over the left tackle as he moves the ball up close to the 35-yard line, which will bring up second down.
I believe Oneida's going to have to pass the ball tonight. They're going to have to get pass protection from the line and throw the ball, because they haven't been able to pass that well the last 2 or 3 games. Of course, you hadn't had to when you rush for 200-something yards a game, but they're going to have to put the ball in the air tonight.
And they heard you saying as Pike is going deep. He's got a man open down there. Is Thompson in and out of the hands as it bounced off the Sweetwater defender. Defending over for Sweetwater was number 80, Tony Oggs. kind of throw Thompson's timing off on that pass. He definitely had his man beat, though, Stan.
That was a good defensive play by Sweetwater to get a hand up. Of course, Thompson almost had a chance. It flicked right in his hands, but I don't believe he was expecting it. It went off to his fingertips.
So that's going to bring up third down and about 8.5 to go for the first. They've got to get out here to the 42-yard line. Oneida sends two receivers out wide to the left. High formation backfield. And back to pass once again is Pike. Looking out there, he's got a man open. And that is a good route by Shoemaker. And finally taken out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. But Stan, once again, I said a good route. He turned his curve and his pattern right past the first down marker.
Good job by Shoemaker. He did a perfect route. Like he said, he knew what he found where the first down was and got there. Pike threw a strike. He got the first down.
Ball spotted just short of the 49-yard line. As Indians now send two receivers out here wide to the right as Thompson and Shoemaker. And there's the give to Meredith. Gets a little bit of room, maybe a gain of about 4. Depending on where the referee spotted, maybe 5 yards on the play. And he was stopped out there by Woodruff. Be second down and 5.
Gain of 5 on the play, brings it to second and 5.
Sweetwater is running a 6-2 defense. They bring out one cornerback in on that tight end formation. Cully Phillips driving his way downfield for a first down, pick up about 7 yards.
I believe Oneida caught Sweetwater off guard that. Like he said, they had a 6-2 defense. They were probably looking for Meredith, trying to key on Meredith. Of course, we know what happened last week when they was playing Webb and they tried to key on Meredith. Cully Phillips had 140-some yards.
Yeah, it was definitely a career night for Cully. Everybody's going to have to contribute here tonight against this tough Sweetwater team. They're moving the ball pretty well on them right now. Thompson in motion right. There's a give to Meredith. Nice throw made by the offensive line as Meredith works his way out to the 30-yard line of Sweetwater. It's going to be about 2 yards short of a first down. Stopped down there by Jeremy Breeden.
Oneida's offensive line has shown up tonight. They're pushing Sweetwater off the ball. But maybe they need to get a score here and move the ball down and keep Sweetwater's offense off the field.
Two receivers out wide to the left. Phelps and Meredith in the backfield. Pike hands off. No, Pike keeps it around the left end on the option. And gets enough for the first down, I believe. And is enough for the first down. It'll be first down 10 for the Indians. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line of Sweetwater. The give is to Phillips up the middle. Straight over center goes Cully for about 4 yards.
Stopped by the center of the Sweetwater line.
It'll take the center of their line to stop Cully. He really run over some people last week. And it looks like he's planning on doing the same again this week.
I was saying a few players will wake up in the morning feeling pretty bad after getting run over by Phillips.
So that's going to bring up second down and about 5.5. And the quarterback keeper, and not really getting anything at all there is Pike. As stopped by several of the Sweetwater players. And we're going to get credit number 54 leading the way.
And number 73, John Moore.
Brian McClure. McLemore, rather. It's going to be third down and about 4 yards to go. He's got to get just short of the 15-yard line.
I don't know if that was a call play or Pike may have changed that play on the line.
He's got two receivers out here wide to the right, and Daniel King is his tight end to the left.
Watch for Phillips.
And Cully got a fumble. A fumble way back all the way down to about the 10-yard line. And Sweetwater has recovered. And on the fumble recovery for Sweetwater
Heath Hawkins on the recovery.
is Hawkins. But Stan, as you alluded to, Oneida had an excellent drive going, and the mistakes will hurt you.
Well, like I said, at the beginning of the game, Oneida's going to have to cut out the mistakes. They can't have that many mistakes. It's going to hurt them. Hopefully the defense won't have to respond now. We need the defense to pick it up here.
Of course, you could look at anything as maybe, of course, nothing positive about a fumble, but if you would look at it in one way, Sweetwater does have it clear down here on their own 10-yard line. But Oneida, once again, had a line drive going. Now there's a quick pitch out to the right. And good job by Cully Phillips. Only about a yard or two gain on that one. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. But Oneida defense is going to have to rise to the occasion here, as they didn't. I think average play last time for Sweetwater was probably somewhere around 8 to 10 yards a pop. So Oneida, if they can hold them here with a minute and 15 left to go here in the first quarter, can force Sweetwater to punt back here deep in their own territory, Oneida will end up with good field position. And getting a nice run out to the right side, I believe, and up for first down yardage is Tony Oggs. Oh, pardon me, Heath Hawkins. I thought that was an 80. It's 20. That's why I wear glasses.
That will help you much.
Gain is good for Sweetwater, first down.
So it's first down, 10 to go now for the Wildcats. Ball just short of the 25-yard line. Up to 22. I was going by where Oneida's defense was at. I couldn't see the ball. So single back this time in the backfield. First time we've seen that formation, and he's the man that gets it. And Oneida's led by many players along the way with Daniel King with one of them in there, but
number 74, Heath Sexton.
Good defensive play that time by the Indians. A loss of 2 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd down and about 12, and that's going to bring the first quarter to a close. After one quarter play, it is Oneida nothing, Sweetwater 6. We'll be back to Carter Field here in Sweetwater, Tennessee, right after you watch these messages. It is 2nd down and 12 to go for Sweetwater. And back to pass and knocked down.
Good play by number 74, Heath Sexton. Heath did the right thing for a defensive lineman. If you can't get towards the quarterback, you see him ready to throw, raise them big arms up, and Heath got his big arms up there and batted the pass down.
That's going to bring up 3rd and long now for Sweetwater. Josh Glaze brings his unit to the line on 3rd and long. And looking, here's a draw, and snuffed out by several Oneida players and finished off by Cully Phillips.
Daniel King and Sean Harris was there first, and Cully finished it off. Good defensive stand by now. This is what they needed.
So it's going to be 4th down and 12, make it 4th down and 10, rather, for Sweetwater. As the Oneida fans getting behind the Indians now, that's really what we need out here. Sweetwater's got us outnumbered over on the sidelines about 30 to 1. As Jamie Upton is back to punt. And Thompson and Meredith back here deep. Meredith gets the punt. Got a bit of a wall. If he can get his speed turned to the outside. And 22 heads him off. And finally out of bounds. But nice little return by Phil Meredith. Ricky Lindsay, the man that pushed him out of bounds, but a good return by Phil, making something out of nothing. They really had that thing covered.
That's right, Blazing Speed come in. Sweetwater had about 7 people bearing down on him, and he just turned it outside and cut it up and got about 10 to 15 yards on the punt return. maybe this will put some fire in Oneida to drive down the field and get a score here.
Well, the ball is spotted at the 38-yard line, so they've got good field position. Those a give to Cully Phillips. And only cranking out about 2 or 3 yards.
Stop at number 31, Toby Sharp. And number 75, Sean Morrow.
Xenia's trying to work on that running game, establish that running game, then go to the air. And they was moving quite well with the air earlier. Of course,
2 on the play, brings up second and 8.
a good running game will set up a good passing game. 2 receivers out here wide to the left, Thompson and Shoemaker. And back to pass is Pike. Looking for Thompson. He's got his man open. Complete. All the way down to the 5-yard line. Make it the 4-yard line is Josh Thompson before he's taken out of bounds by number 10, Jeremy Upton.
Knocked out of bounds by number 10, Jeremy Upton.
Good play by Pike. He saw Thompson. Thompson was open. His defender was 5 yards off of him. His defender fell down, and Thompson turned on his speed and got tackled. Almost in the end zone. That's why I said in the game, I think Oneida needs to pass tonight to have a chance to win tonight.
Ball is spotted at the 3-yard line. And Oneida sends Thompson, Shoemaker wide to the right. The give is to, no, it's not. It's Pike on the keeper. He got a hold. Touchdown, Oneida.
Give Pike 6. Good play by Pike. He could have pitched it, or he ran it himself as he did for 6. Now comes in Wesley Bensley, number 20, for the all-important extra point.
As the score is tied, 9:50 left to go here in the half. And Billingsley on to attempt the extra point.
Number 20, Wes Billingsley on the attempt.
The kick is up, and it is good. And Oneida with 9:50 left to go here in the half has the lead over Sweetwater, 7-6. We'll be back right after you watch this. And welcome back as number 47 is in to kick, Jerry Garrett for Oneida. He may have kicked earlier. I thought it was Galler, but it may have been Garrett.
Let's see what kind of leg Hood's got here tonight.
Boys Gallagher kicked off in, right? I mean, at the opening kickoff. Okay, whatever. Okay, there's a driving kick, fielded at about the 15-yard line. And now he's turning down to the outside is Ogg. He's going to be wrestled down by Josh Thompson at about the 31-yard line.
Good tackle by Thompson.
Josh Thompson. Sweetwater takes over, 1st and 10. At their own 31.
So Glaze brings his unit to the line at the 31-yard line. They got receivers out wide to each side of the field, line formation. And there's a give to the fullback. He's met by Cully Phillips.
That was kind of like that Three Stooges thing right there that looked like. It looked like Michael Lawson was there waiting on him, and Cully just pushed him over on top of him.
Only a pickup of about a yard on that play. It's going to be 2nd down 9. Ball at the 33.
Pick up a 2 on the play, brings up 2nd and 8 at the Sweetwater 33.
We got a split backfield, this time by the Wildcats. And there's a pass. He's nailed and intercepted by Oneida's Josh Thompson. If he's got a good return going, could be gone. But he's going to be wrestled down at the 29-yard line of Oneida. Is Josh Thompson.
Who was that that hit him? Was that King that laid a hit on him?
I couldn't tell. But as Oneida fumbled the ball away earlier, that was their mistake. Now Sweetwater has turned the ball over, but this time it is deep in deep in Sweetwater territory, as Oneida has an excellent chance to score here.
I don't know who it was that laid a lick on the quarterback, but you can give him credit. I think it might have been Daniel King. I couldn't tell. When I was watching the pass, but you got to give the credit to that man because he laid a hit on the quarterback.
Give the Cully, keeper by Pike. And he's taken down out there by number 83 for Sweetwater, Jeremy Breeden. But he's going to bring up second down, gain of about 9, maybe 8.5. Second down and about 1 for Oneida. And Indians have called timeout, and Sweetwater called timeout. Pardon me, and we'll do the same with 7 minutes, 46 seconds left to go here in the half. It's Oneida 7, Sweetwater 6. And welcome back. It's second down and 1 for Oneida. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line of Sweetwater. Rosman and Shoemaker wide out to your right. Give to Cully Phillips straight over the middle. He's got the first down all the way down to about the 15-yard line. Looks like Sweetwater's trying to get the ball away from him.
You know, Cully had both arms, one of those big arms wrapped around that time. He was making sure they wasn't going to take the ball away from him.
Ricky Lindsay in there at the tackle for Sweetwater. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. First down for the Indians. Now, last week, Harriman played Sweetwater, and they went into overtime, but Harriman jumped out to a 21-7 lead over the Wildcats, and the Wildcats came back to tie it up and go into overtime and win it. I think it was last week, or week before last one. And when Oneida Pike out here to the right, looking to throw into the end zone. Well overthrow, probably just throwing that away out there for Thompson.
Overthrown by Pike. There's a penalty marker on the play.
Penalty on the play. And ineligible receiver
downfield
for the Indians.
Against Oneida.
But that's the first penalty tonight against Oneida. And that'll make it second down and 15 to go now for the Indians. That was 2 weeks ago when Sweetwater played Harriman, went into overtime. They went into overtime. Sweetwater won against Harriman in overtime, and then a week before that they played Kingston and lost in overtime 16-13. That was Sweetwater's only loss. Of course, Kingston's ranked 3rd in the state in AAA. So it's second down and 15 to go now for Oneida.
Offsides, looks like on Sweetwater. Pike went a long count, that hard count. And it looks like he drew him offsides, get that 5 yards back. That used to be one of my favorite plays. Should call them offsides.
Well, both penalties now canceling themselves out.
Of course, we did lose the down, though. And it's still it's just now second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Sweetwater 16.
Because the eligible receiver downfield's lost it down.
Yeah, I know it.
I was making sure. I didn't know that, though.
The 2 wide receivers out right. There's the pitch. Pike gets nailed but stays on his feet and gets about 5 yards out of that before he is finally stopped down there for Sweetwater. I believe number 76 in there, Greg Peak, and number 33, Jarrell Smith.
Looks like it's Oneida's game plan is to use Pike as a runner tonight, more as a passer, it seems.
It's third down and 5. And since it is third and 5, of course our down mark is showing second over, but it is third down 5. Indians take a timeout, and we'll do the same. 6:25 left to go here in the half. It's Oneida 7, Sweetwater 6. Down and 5. Down marker where it still says second down. But it is third and 5. The clock says third and 5. 6:25 left to go here in the half. Oneida down here at the Sweetwater 10-yard line. There's a give to Phil Meredith, and he is going going to be about a yard or two short, but on the other hand, he is right in the center field, which is going to put Billingsley in good position for the field goal, if they elect to do that. And it looks like Oneida is going to go for it, Stan. Third down. I've been told by Coach West and Hall that it is just third down.
That's Dr. Tim West now. I thought that was, oh yes, it was an eligible receiver downfield. I believe that's not a lost down. It's I was thinking of the quarterback
pass.
Yeah.
Pike with the keeper. He's got the first down and more. Get him down. Oneida. Good play by Pike, as he's really shown some experience here tonight, as he kept that ball. Could have pitched it, but he seen the hole at the last second, kept it, ducked it in, and scored.
Pike has lowered his head and burrowed his way in there. Wesley Billingsley, number 20, on for the extra point. And number 87, Kevin Primetime Wendell, your holder.
Number 20, Wesley Billingsley.
And there's the hold. The kick is up, right down the middle. It's good. Oneida 14, Sweetwater 6. We'll be back to Carter Field here in Sweetwater, Tennessee, right after you watch this. 4 left to go here in the half. It's Oneida 14, Sweetwater 6. And that missed extra point is really coming into play now, because they'll have to go for a 2-point conversion to get it. And a line drive kick has filled it up for Sweetwater.
Good coverage by number 44, Jake Lau. And I believe that was an 86P Shoemaker. Good play there's a short kick, line drive, but good coverage.
Davey Upton in there with the return. Jerry Garrett with a kick.
Sweetwater takes over first and 10 at their own.
Ball is spotted at the 35-yard line of Sweetwater. Glaze bringing his team to the line, split formation backfield, a flanker. And now there is the give over to the left. And Daniel King wrestles his man down to the ground for no gain. Is number 23, Tyson Neal.
Like I said, number 7, Daniel King will be running the ball all the time. And he hustled from his middle linebacker position to make the tackle on the ball carrier.
Tyson Neal. So the clock running down now to 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Ball spotted just over the 37-yard line. 2 receivers out here to the right, a tight end left, and split formation in the backfield for Sweetwater. Second down and 8. And there's a give once again to Neal, as he cuts it up around the left end, and being taken down by Daniel King. And also, I believe in there for Oneida was number 89, Sean Rose. It's going to be about third down and 1. They just got to get the nose of the ball over the 45-yard line. Give to their fullback, Neal. Storms out there for about a 10 or 12-yard gain before he's finally wrestled down by Cully Phillips and a couple other Indians.
Correction, number 40, Cully Phillips. Day is good for Sweetwater's first down at the Oneida 43.
Sweetwater comes to the line, the tight end right, and receivers to each side. Oneida still in their same 4-4 defense. And back to pass is Glaze looking downfield. It's going to be broken up by Phil Meredith. Now, he was wide open there for just an instant when he threw it, but Phil Meredith making an excellent recovery. Passed it out there for Jamie Upton.
Well, Glaze kind of threw a little bit behind Upton. Upton was open, but he lost it up there too much and was behind and gave Meredith time to knock it down.
So Well, second down 10 now to go as the clock stopped at 2:59.
We're going to go over the Region 2 standings. Oneida is 4-0 in the region. Sweetwater 4-0. Alcoa 3-1. Harriman 3-1. Webb 1-3. Oliver Springs 1-3. Wartburg and Rockwood in the cellar at 0-4. So this is for sole possession of first place.
And there's the give to Neal, and he is taken down by P. Shoemaker. As he slipped, the Shoemaker cut him off and finished him off. A loss of about 3 on that play. It'll be third down and about 12. But more importantly for Indian fans, that keeps the clock rolling. We're down to 2:35 left to go here in the half. Of course, in the power action ratings this week, Oneida moved up one to number 4 because Harriman dropped off with that close game with Alcoa, and Alcoa not in the power action ratings. If you hold a lot of weight by those ratings, which I don't. But only 1.2 points separating the Indians and Sweetwater. As that pocket collapsed, and he got away from him, we got a flag down. Number 20, Heath Hawkins, but that completely collapsed around him. He was able to squeak out of there, but we got a flag down.
Did he line up at quarterback?
I believe he did.
So it looks like there's going to be a clip call on the play. I believe the flag's over here. They'll be clipping against Sweetwater. Got 3 flags on the field, looks like.
There was something right out in front of everybody anyhow, wasn't it?
Look at the hands.
Holding against Sweetwater.
Well, that's going to be 10 yards. I don't know if that's from the, I think it's from the point of the foul.
The flag's right here just over the 40-yard line, so we'll have to wait and see where they decide to spot from the foul from. I think that's what they're discussing. They're spotting it from the 35. And that's going to move it back just about to where they had the ball to begin with.
So I'll make it third, and it looks like 11, maybe 12.
Pretty much just replay the down. This is right at where they was last time. The clock now is wound at 1:53 left to go here in the half. And he is at quarterback, stands number 20, Heath Hawkins.
He is going to take it and run, it looks like.
And pretty much it looks like the same play as last time, but snuffed out this time by the right side of the Oneida defensive line.
Sweetwater coaches must be just pleased the way Glaze was playing, or he may be hurt or something, we don't know. But it looks like Hawkins mainly is going to run just running plays out of it.
You never can tell. He might be saving him for the second half and giving Oneida several different looks. You know, his team didn't win the state title last year for nothing. As back to punt is Jeremy Upton. And for Oneida, it's Phil Meredith. Now, he's the only deep back this time. Everybody else is up on the line. And Oneida is setting up a return. Looks like to the left side of the field. Nice high punt. It's not going to be fielded. And it's down there at the 20-yard line by number 65, Chris Talent for Sweetwater. As now the clock, okay, this clock counts tenths of a second. It's 51 seconds
I thought it said 5 minutes and 19 seconds left. I was like,
ain't no way, that's right. We'll take it, though, with us the ball. As the clock is now around, it's down to 46 seconds now.
I believe Oneida will be just content to sit on it here or run and play. I think Sweetwater has 2 timeouts left.
Each team has 2 timeouts left. The Oneida band makes its way around here to the sidelines. We'll catch them out here at halftime, so you'll be sure and stay tuned for that. It's Kelly Phillips breaks one open all the way down here to the 35-yard line.
Stop the number 22, Ricky Lindsey. Gain of 15 on the play. Brings up first and 10 at the 35.
And now the clock wound once again. We're down to 23 seconds. Oneida has a couple of timeouts left. Stan's wanting them to throw it.
This kind of reminds me of a couple of years ago.
Oneida's going to have to hurry. We're down to 12, 11,
I believe they're just content without running the clock out.
3. It's going to be the last play. He's looking downfield. He's nailed right when he lets the ball loose. And it falls incomplete for Josh Thompson.
I think they got that off. He had Shoemaker downfield, but Oneida ahead, 14-6 at the end of the first half.
We'll be back with the Oneida High School Marching Band and some halftime comments right after you take this time out. And now they've been able to hold them. Of course, they had that big turnover there once. The Indians had one as well. And it's just going to be a game of breaks. It should be an interesting second half.
Yeah, Oneida got lucky there on that fumble. The defense tightened up and held Sweetwater, and that really turned the game around, I believe. And, of course, Oneida needs to continue to moving the ball on the ground or throwing to keep the clock running and keep the Sweetwater offense off the field. That will be the main thing here in the second half. Of course, Sweetwater's been moving the ball well with the outside ground game. And I'm sure at halftime, Coach May and Coach Birchfield and Coach Henry will make adjustments to stop Hawkins and Neal from going to the outside.
Well, we're about set for the second half action, so we'll take a break right here and come back as the Oneida Indians are set to take on the Sweetwater Wildcats for 2 more quarters of action and hopefully get a big win. We'll be back right after this. On the toss deferred to second half, so now they're going to get the ball. And another advantage.
One thing I'd like to mention here before we start the second half here is the Oneida girls soccer team. They're coached by Barbara Shoemaker. And they finished the year at 5-7-3 and finished 6th place in the district out of 9. And I had the chance to see them play a couple times, and I can tell you, they really improved after 3 years in the sport. So we'd like to congratulate the Lady Indian soccer team.
Yeah, they've really come up and come a long way. They've got some tough teams in that district, too. I mean, they play against some, like, regular, like in football, AAA and 4A teams and stuff. So they've just done a fine job. As we're now set, there's the kickoff.
Kickoff by Murray.
Long kickoff downfield is going to go toward the end zone. He's going to have to pick it up and run it. And maybe not a good choice. Just let that ball go. He's hoping to go into the end zone, and they down it and have to take it on the 20. But that ball just got to the 1 and just died. So Oneida will start deep in their own territory at about the 1-yard line.
That may be the break Sweetwater needed, because it's going to hurt Oneida. They need to get the ball out of here so they can have some room to do something.
Now they're going to have to drive downfield a long ways just to even set up a decent punt and keep Sweetwater out of good field goal range. But hopefully maybe we can get a 99-yard touchdown run here and go into the record books.
If we had Tony Dorsett.
That's against my Vikings. Don't be mentioning that stuff.
Go Cowboys.
So there's the give to Meredith, and he's going to gain maybe about 2 yards before he's stopped almost by the entire Sweetwater team. I think he's only like one guy that's not in on that. But they really balled it up as he got down to about the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. To give to Meredith once again, he's going to be stopped almost immediately by the right side of the Sweetwater line.
Look like Oneida just trying to get some yardage, get out of the end zone. And look for him to keep it on the ground right here.
So 3rd down and about 5 to go for Oneida. Oneida sends Shoemaker out wide right and Thompson out wide left. Phillips and Meredith still in the backfield. There's the give to Meredith. He's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Maybe even lost the 1 on that play. And Oneida will be forced to punt deep in their own end zone, and it seems like Sweetwater's got a bit of the momentum back.
That's one thing Oneida didn't need to happen right here is get out here in bad field position and punt the ball away. The explosive Sweetwater team will have it deep in Oneida territory, it looks like.
And Shoemaker back to punt for the Indians, back deep in the end zone. Needs a good punt here. He got a high punt, but it didn't go very far downfield. It's going to be taken at the 35-yard line of the Indians.
Oneida's defense needs to step it up right here. This will be the big play. The defense really needs to come on right here. Of course, looks like quarterback that was in there before, Glaze, is back in there now.
And there's Hawkins around the right end. He's only going to get a couple yards, stopped by several Oneida players. Led along the way by Cody Phillips, Daniel King, also in there for the Indians. I believe it's number 74, Heath Sexton.
Number 67.
67. That's Sean Harris. He got about 5 yards on that play. It's going to be second down and 5. And they give to Hawkins once again as he breaks it around the right end. It's going to be close out there to first down. I'll probably have Tyson Neal. Calling Hawkins. Hawkins number 20. Tyson Neal number 23.
We're up here in the bird's nest up here, so it's hard to tell them numbers, especially when they're running away from us.
It'll be 3rd and 1 now for the Wildcats. And look for the give to their fullback, Tyson Neal, right over the middle. They've run that play several times here tonight. And there we go again.
Good stick by Daniel King.
Tyson Neal on the give. Stop by number 7, Daniel King.
But was plenty enough for the first down.
Picks up 1st and 10.
Ball just over the 25-yard line. Sweetwater, 2 wideouts to the left, split formation backfield. And there's the give to Oggs. Oggs has some room down the left side. Oh, pardon me, that's not Oggs. That is number 20, Heath Hawkins, and he goes in for the touchdown.
There was an outside speed of Sweetwater. He got the outside, and he turned it up. He just turned on his speed and got into the end zone for 6.
Now you'll see Sweetwater, they're going to go for a 2-point conversion, I believe. Yeah, they'll go for 2. It's 14-12. Sweetwater going to go for 2, and the Indians really need to hold this out, Stan. They'll give them an edge.
I watch for Sweetwater going outside again, either here to the left or to the right on the outside.
And number 31, Pokey Sharp comes in for Sweetwater on this play.
Offsides. Offside. It looks like number Sweetwater right tackle moved.
On the play.
Forgot my mic was on. That on the air.
What'd you say?
Illegal procedure, Sweetwater.
Oh, that's hoping to maybe still though catch on off guard and run the ball outside still.
Well, now they're sending an extra point kicker in.
Of course, they're farther away now.
That's kind of an interesting twist right here, and it wouldn't surprise me if we seen a fake out of this, but to kick here, 14-12, the 1 point doesn't really do you any good.
Well, I'm probably figuring that when they move the ball this time, they'll have a chance to move it again and get their score. Of course, he missed it again.
And I don't know, I'm glad I'm not a coach. Anyhow, it's 14-12. Oneida keeps the lead. 7:34 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back as Murray set to kick it off for the Wildcats.
Meredith and Thompson back deep for Oneida.
Oneida clinging to a 14-12 lead. 7:34 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And Sweetwater, as we saw earlier in the start of the game, taking their opening drive of the half and moving it downfield. This time fielded by Meredith. Got a little bit of room up the middle of the field. And bringing it loose all the way up to the 40-yard line. It's Phil Meredith with another fine return.
That was good. You got to give credit to the wedge out there. The good on the kick return team. They did a good job of setting up the line for Meredith. Meredith picked his way through there. Got a good 25-yard return.
Indians 2 receivers to the left. The handoff to Phillips straight up the middle. He's going to get about maybe 4 yards.
40, Tony Phillips on the give.
Stopped out there for Sweetwater. by number 51.
Stop at number 86.
David Woodruff, and 86.
Number 51, David Woodruff. Gain of 4 on the
Davey
play.
Upton.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
Now once again, same formation. And back to the pass is Pike, looking way downfield for Shoemaker. And tipped away out there by Sweetwater's number 80, Tony Oggs.
Deflected by number 20, Heath Hawkins.
And Shoemaker comes up limping a little bit, but coming back to the huddle. It's going to make it 3rd down and about 6 to go for Oneida. Ball at the 44-yard line. Once again, we get this same formation. Now, quite often, the Indians, when they run this formation, they do throw out of it, so Pike can roll to his left. And there he goes, rolling to his left once again. It's going to be forced out. Pike will throw downfield. It's going to be complete for the first down to Josh Thompson. That's a nice completion, Stan.
That was the 86-piece Shoemaker.
Okay.
Good play by Jason. Looked like he was going to take off and run it. You see the strength in Jason's arm right there. As he threw, he was sideways, rolling to his left, and still got the ball. Shoemaker tipped it up to himself and gets the first down. But I believe Shoemaker goes out of the game. Looks like he's up limping, maybe leg cramps, it looks like.
Well, he was limping on the play before that, too. As the ball spotted down here at the 38-yard line. Now 2 wideouts to the right. Donnie Rosman in for Shoemaker. And keeping the pitch, as he looked at like he was going to third pitch it to Meredith, but was nailed before he could get the pitch off.
That was a good job by Jason. Anytime you never pitch it after you've been hit. So good job by Jason. Even though it's hard to tell, it looks like he should have pitched it, but he got hit, so he couldn't pitch it. So that's the number 1 rule. Don't pitch it when you get hit.
And get hit. That's right. Number 86 was a man's spine hit, Davey Upton.
Shoemaker back in the game for Oneida.
There's 2 wideouts now, this time to the right side of the field. The give to Meredith, got plenty of room. He could be gone, but he's finally taken, well, maybe not. He fights his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Took down by number 10, Jamie Upton was the only man that kept Meredith from the end zone. Looks like he's down to a little bit right inside the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Oneida Indians.
First and goal on that at the Sweetwater 5.
Once again, Oneida sending 2 wideouts to the right side of the field. Thompson in like a flanker, way out right. Give to Cully Phillips as he keeps fighting people. And finally, after the whole team of Sweetwater, for the exception of about 2 players, got in there. And finally stopped him at about the 2-yard line.
Phillips on the give. Stop at number 54, Brian McLemore. On number 75, Sean Morrow.
The Indians now have it 2nd and goal. Mark it at about the 3-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 3.
Shoemaker out wide left. Thompson right. Cully Phillips and Meredith in the backfield. Cully leading Meredith through.
Meredith on the give.
But Sweetwater with good penetration, stopping that play for no gain. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 3.
Now, Sweetwater's defense is tightened up down here in the goal line, holding Oneida to really less than a yard in 2 plays. So maybe look here for the option in play, or maybe the Phillips again. I don't know.
They send both receivers out wide to the left side of the field.
Or maybe a rollout looking for Meredith in the flats.
And he's still got his pitch. Dial into the end zone. Touchdown. What a play by Jason Pike.
Give Pike 6. Excellent. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night, I believe. And he's reading option well tonight. He turned it up. He saw that he only had 3 yards to go and dives into the end zone.
I know there's a couple of TV stations here from Knoxville And you're probably watching this on Sunday or Monday or maybe even Thursday, but I guarantee you that play right there made the highlights on a couple of stations out in Knoxville. A heck of a play by Pike.
Wesley Bunsley in to kick the extra point. This is important extra point. Makes Sweetwater need to score two times. He does.
21-12, your score at 3:28 left to go here in the third quarter. The Indians, 8-point lead. We'll be back right after this. To Carter Field here in Sweetwater, Tennessee, 21-12. The Indians with the lead. And Stan, I believe next week I'm going to have to go to school with you. I said it's 8-point lead. It's a 9-point lead.
That sounds like the truth. I don't know how you got that. I'll be glad to have you over there with you, though.
I thought 20-12 instead of 8 before they kicked the extra point.
I can show you the wonders of college life.
Jerry Garrett in to kick now for the Indians.
Sitting in the dorm room doing nothing and studying all the time.
Back for Sweetwater is number 23. That's Neal, but this time it's going to be taken by Upton. He's trying to break it around to the outside. Got a bit of a seam out here, and a couple of Oneida players run in to each other. And a good block. We get a late hit flag out here by the referee.
Jamie Upton on the return.
A couple of good blocks, some tough hits on that kick return. And then on the end of it, a mistake that really the Indians didn't need.
That's one thing, Indians don't need to do any mistakes. That really can hurt them here.
You would have thought on the other sideline. Late hit out of bounds against Oneida.
That's going to bring the ball all the way up here to about the 47-yard line, as they were originally back here at about the 33.
Sweetwater.
Ball just short of the 48-yard line. The Indian defense have to rise to the occasion right here. They don't even want to let Sweetwater back in this game. They was 2 touchdowns behind Harriman and come back and won that ball game. So they can do it here in the second half. And get straight up the middle. Nice hole brought out there by the line. And Donnie Rosman, only man to catch him, and he brings him down, but not until he gains all the way down to the Indian 16-yard line.
Again, there goes Hawkins. The outside ground game is really killing Oneida. They need to do something with that to keep Sweetwater from getting as much yardage going to the outside. Or Sweetwater will come back on him.
First and 10, Sweetwater at the Oneida 16.
Sweetwater now coming out 2 wide out to the left and split formation backfield. And once again, popping out here to the left side is number 23, Neal. And he's taken out of bounds over there for the Indians by number 44, Jake Lau. Pickup of about 5 or 6 on that play. No, check that. Make that about 9 yards on that play, as it'll be second down and 1. Ball just short of the 7-yard line.
Gain of 9 on the play, brings up second and 1.
Josh Glaze, your quarterback, in there for Sweetwater. And the give to Neal. He's got the first down all the way down to about the 2-yard line.
Stop at number 7, Daniel King.
Sweetwater's offensive line is pushing Oneida back. Sweetwater's just come out here and fire up in the second half. Of course, it looks like Oneida, looking down the road here, we're going to have to at least score with Sweetwater maybe.
That's reminds you a lot of those classic games we used to have with the Greenbacker a couple of years ago. They just battle it back and forth. And the last one that got the ball has got the chance to win the game. And again, right over the left guard. A nice hole opened up for him there by his offensive line. And in for the touchdown is number 23, Tyson Neal. And Sweetwater's called a timeout right here, as we'll do the same. 2:15 left to go here in the third quarter. It's Oneida 21, Sweetwater 18. And welcome back, as Sweetwater now set to go for a 2-point conversion. They trail by 3.
Look like Sweetwater moving the ball to the right hash mark here on the two-point conversion, so I look for him to go left here.
Of course, this is run from the 3-yard line. They got a receiver out wide left.
I look for a quick slant from number 10.
And one wide right. And they're looking to throw it deep into the end zone. Complete. And it was just a fight for the ball. And number 10, Jamie Upton, was the man that come down with the win. So Indians clinging to a 1-point lead, 21-20. As Indians are set to receive the kickoff and stand this time, the Indians are going to have to get some good field position and get the ball moving.
Like I said, they're going to probably end up Sweetwater moving the ball now. The offensive line's pushing Oneida back, and it looks like Oneida's going to have to match score for score with them here the rest of the way. Unless Oneida's defense can come back with a big play next time around.
Defense played extremely well last week against Webb. Webb was a team that scored like 23 points against a tough Herman team, and the Indians managed to shut them out. Held them at only 71 total yards in that game. And they're going to have to come up and do a performance like that again tonight. Of course, Sweetwater is definitely a tougher team than Webb is, but we know the Indian defense can do it when they need to. Murray set to kick it off for Sweetwater. Meredith and Thompson back deep for the Indians. This one looks like it's going to be fielded by Thompson. And trying to cut it back outside, but nothing there. Finally swarmed under is Thompson at about the 33-yard line.
Return, stop at number 54, Brian McLemore. Takes over first and 10 at their own 33.
2 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Oneida 21, Sweetwater 20. Thompson and Shoemaker out here wide to the right. Give to Cully Phillips straight at the middle as he bowls over a couple of players for about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
That was the punisher there. They just leveled a couple of Sweetwater guys. That's what Oneida needs right here is to move the ball in a good ground game here and take some time off the clock and get a score here and make sure to run some time off that clock.
Second down and 2 to go for Oneida. Sweetwater a little slow setting up on defense. There's a give to Meredith. Offensive line now seems to be doing the job as it is a first down, but they're starting to push Sweetwater back a little bit.
We might be getting ready to see an offensive fireworks show get ready to happen here.
First down at the 45.
I'd like to pass on a reminder that as you watch this game, this coming Saturday, Scott High School football field, 7:30, is the 1994 edition of the Lard Bowl, and there's about 60 players, former Scott High and Oneida players playing that game, so you'll be sure to want to go out there if you want to see some good hard hitting. As Phil Meredith carries for about a 2-yard gain over the center of the line. And stopped down there for Sweetwater by a host of players, led along the way there by number 75, Sean Morrow.
Stop at number 75, Sean Morrow, with number 90, Reggie Latham. Gain of 3 on the play, brings up 2nd and 7.
There's a give to Cully Phillips. He breaks open to the backfield of the defense, still on his feet.
He's carrying 3 Sweetwater guys with him.
Well, look again, Stan. You looked around and said to me that there's about 8 of them there. So a host of Sweetwater players. It's every time that Cully gets the ball, it seems out tonight, it's taking 5 or 6 guys to tackle him. And you know that's going to wear your defense down. We could maybe see the start the Indians move the ball a little bit better here.
Well, it's just not tonight that he's carrying people. He carries everybody every night.
Well, that is the end of the third quarter as the Indians are getting an offensive surge to carry into our fourth and final quarter as it's Oneida Indians 21, Sweetwater 20. We'll be back for our fourth and final quarter from Sweetwater right after this. As we back about got a full moon over the field, Carter Field here in Sweetwater, Tennessee, as we're set to start this fourth and final quarter as the Indians lead 21-20 against your defending Class AA state champ. Of course, ironically, Stan, last year when Sweetwater visited Oneida, they were the defending state champ. This year, Oneida visits Sweetwater. Sweetwater's the defending state champ.
Well, we hope the results are like last year. We hope tonight.
Yeah, and that is the visiting team coming up with a big, big win. It is first down, 10 to go for the Indians. Ball at the 28-yard line. Meredith around the right side tried to change his direction a bit as the hole got plugged up, but managing still to get a couple of yards out of that play. And number 22 in with the carry, Ricky Lindsay.
Looks like that play developed a little bit too slow right there for Oneida. Looked like they've been having success on quick strike things. They took a little bit too much time, gave Sweetwater time to react.
Pike back to pass. He's got a man wide open throwing to him. And it's complete for the first down.
86, Pete Shoemaker. That play has been there all night tonight.
He drove his man deep. As soon as he backed off deep of him, Stan, he hooked it up and it was wide open.
You got to give credit to Shoemaker on that run. Excellent route. Of course, there's Pike again with another bullet. Shoemaker.
First and 10 at the 15.
Wideouts go to the left side of the field this time for the Indians. They give to Coley Phillips straight over the middle. It looks like Sweetwater knows the play is, they give him 2 or 3 guys on him every time, but it looks like the first thing he does is doesn't tackle a man. He's after that football.
Yeah, that's one thing Sweetwater's been doing. Now he's going after the ball. With the puncher running, you just want to tackle him. You don't want to worry about the ball because he'll hurt you if you try to take the ball away from him.
Pike went over to the sidelines to get this play. It is second down and 8. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. And a counter to number 21, Phil Murph. Nice spin move. Get him, stick him.
Well, they called Sweetwater defense off guard. They called the counter play. They had run it all night. That's the first night they've run it. First time they've run it all night. And Meredith with an excellent spin move to get into the end zone.
Well, we're going to have to take a timeout right here as we've got an injured Sweetwater player down. So we'll take a break right here with 10 minutes and 24 seconds left to go here in the game. It's Oneida 27, Sweetwater 20. We'll be back right after this. As number 90 was your injured player, Richie Latham for Sweetwater.
This is an all-important extra point right here for Billingsley. We're up by 7, 27-20, and this will make it 8 points, so at least make Sweetwater go for 2.
Number 20, Wembley Billingsley on the attempt the extra point for tonight.
Boy, if you was gutsy right here, you'd fake it and get 2 and get a 9-point lead. They're going to kick it. It's up, and it is no good. Missed it left. Maybe the pressure got to him there a little bit, Stan. We'll just go ahead and stay with it right here as we just already took a commercial break. But, of course, I'm sure he was thinking the same thing you said as needed that for an 8-point lead.
Well, you can't fault Billingsley. He looked good. He just got a little bit. I think he tried to overkick that time, went a little bit to his left. I don't know much about kickers, so but you got to give defense got to step up right here for Oneida.
10:24 left. You can guarantee that Sweetwater now knows they're within 7. After missing 2 extra points to be within 7, they've really fell into a really convenient situation for them.
Be interesting to see though if Sweetwater happens to score, what they do.
Well, they're 1-1 already in overtime this year. Lots of teams.
Talking about their kickers missed 2 though tonight.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sure they will probably end up going for 2 to win the game because, as you said, the kickers missed 2 of them. The only conversion tonight is that 2-point conversion that they got. So Garrett set to kick it off for the Indians. High kick's going to be fielded down there by Oggs. And taken down by Heath Hawkins. Very.
Jake Lowe and number 42, Eddie Sharp.
Eddie Sharp also in there for the Indians. Sweetwater comes to the line, 2 wideouts to the left. There's a give to Hawkins around the left end. Pardon me, Tyson Neal. I'm getting Neal and Hawkins mixed up all night tonight.
Number 44, Jake Lowe.
And Lau in there with the tackle. It'll be second down and about 7 to go now for Sweetwater. We're down to 9.5 minutes to go. And Sweetwater sending in plays back and forth. Sweetwater really taking quite a bit of time here off the clock. It could be to their advantage or disadvantage. Of course, we're still 9 minutes here to go in the third quarter. This could be a big time-consuming drive, and if Sweetwater does score, it won't give the Indians much time left to get any points on the board. There's the give this time to number 20, Heath Hawkins. And he turns his way out toward first down area.
Heath Hawkins on the give.
And stopped down there by Heath Sexton for the Indians.
Gain of 5 on the play, brings up
It'll be third and 1.
At the Sweetwater 47.
Big defensive stand here for Oneida. They need to hold Sweetwater right here. Just be nice to see what Sweetwater does if Oneida does hold them on third down.
It's a big defensive stand here for the Indians. If they can manage to make them drop back a couple of yards on the loss, they'll be forced to punt. Give straight over the middle. He was hit initially in the backfield, but managed to squirt his way through for the first down before Jake Lau and Daniel King can finally get him stopped. It's going to be first down, 10 to go for the Wildcats at the 49-yard line.
There you can see the not only speed of Hawkins, but he's got the power too. The guy hit in the backfield and kept his legs turning and got the first down.
Stay tuned here after the game. We'll have a talk with hopefully Coach May if we can get down off this crow's nest up here. Sweetwater sending out there a flanker and a receiver out wide to the right. And give once again here to Neal, and he's nailed in the backfield.
Daniel King. That's what I need. It was a big play to stop that outside before he got outside. Looked like King might have read the offense that time when they stood up, and he saw that was something familiar, and he was right there on him.
We'll bring up second down and 12 now to go for the Wildcats. 7.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Oneida holding on to a 27-20 lead. And there's the give to Hawkins. Fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play. Oneida
has recovered. Big break for the Indians. As Stan, we alluded to earlier, at the start of this ball game, turnovers could be a key. Sweetwater was moving the ball, and a big fumble for the Indians.
Yes, that's the key is mistake turnovers. Because you got a couple of those turnovers. Oneida needs here. They have to move the ball. They need a good. Be nice to get a score out of this, but at least run a lot of time off the clock here. At least maybe getting field goal range.
Yeah, of course, the old adage goes, you know, you try to run time off. You don't want to get too conservative. So Oneida needs to, as the saying goes, dance with the person you brung. And they need to do what they've done to get the ball moving here on the ground. They give to Cully Phillips straight up the middle. He's going to turn out about 5 yards.
Main thing is Oneida to hang on to that ball.
Stop at number 45, Zach. Correction 75, Sean Morrow. Gain of 4, brings up second and 6.
Indians now with 2 wideouts to the right. Of course, Thompson and Shoemaker. Give to Cully Phillips straight up the middle. No, Pike keeps it.
Good.
And manages to work up close to a first down. Excellent run by Pike.
You see, Pike got some power to him. He was hit back to this spun. And he got close to a first down. Maybe a yard short, it looks like.
Be 3rd and 1 now for Oneida. The ball spotted out here just over the 44-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 1 at the 43.
Same offensive set now for Oneida as the Wildcats brought another man up on the line. They bring the cornerback up, and he's snuffed out as the Wildcats that time stand brought this cornerback that wasn't being used on this right side, brought him up almost as a linebacker and really stuffed that play down.
Be interested to see what Oneida does here. Probably look to punt.
We got an official timeout. They're going to bring it out and measure it. And Stan, he's short of the first down. I'm sure, you know, if with you in the yard, you can ask for the measurement. I'm sure that he's
buying some time.
Yeah, Coach May has used this to buy a little bit of time discussing what they're going to do right here. As you can see him over on the sideline still right now conferring with Jason Pike.
I'd go for it if I was out there. I'd give it to the Punisher. He's been getting at least a yard, 2 yards every time.
And I believe that's what they'll do because you're down here, you want to kill a little bit of time and keep the ball, and they're down here inside of Sweetwater territory.
They're going for it. Of course, then maybe they might be trying to draw them off sides, though. Go a long count, call timeout maybe. But let's give it to the Punisher. First down, Oneida. Let's give it to him. You can hear the fans on both sides getting it up here. They know it's a crucial point in the game.
You can guarantee it's going to be a long snap count. And of course, the Sweetwater fans over here hollering and going on out on the field, it may aid the Indian team. As there's a counter once again, and it is stuffed out at Sweetwater's house. Then they tried that play earlier, and they scored on it. And maybe they thought maybe they could do it again, but this time Sweetwater was ready for them.
That play, right there, you don't need to run the counter. 4th and short out there. I mean, it's going to take too much time to run it. But I hate to second guess the coach, so that's why I'm up here broadcasting.
Well, it worked earlier. Of course, they're going to try it again, but they managed to burn almost 3.5 minutes off that clock. We're down to 4:23 left to go here in the ball game. The Indian defense once again is called upon to preserve a victory. And again, right up the middle, almost lost the handle on the ball again. This time it was number 80, Tony Oggs, with the carry. Pickup of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down 7. Former number 20, Heath Hawkins.
At the 47.
I'm wearing glasses and still can't see. I missed these numbers all night. Now we got a new receiver in. That's Jamie Upton in over there at left. And the quarterback is Josh Glaze. And he hands off over here to Neal, who's going to be hit initially, slowed down by Jake Lau, and finally finished off over there by number 67, Sean Harris.
Good help on that defense go over. Jake played that good. He shed his man. He sort of shed him out, kept getting outside. And Jake hit him, slow him up, and the rest of the team came in and finished him off.
It is 3rd down and 7 to go for Sweetwater. Ball spotted right on the 47-yard line. They have to get up here to the Indian 46 for a first down. Split formation in the backfield. Receivers out wide to each side. Look for a pass.
Hawkins to the left.
Glaze back to pass. He's got his man wide open. It's going to be short, and he's going to have to dive for it, and he's going to be taken down. Cully Phillips sealed it off there for the Indians out there for Tyson Neal. But it's going to be 4th and 7. 4th and a long 7 now.
Timeout, Sweetwater.
And Sweetwater's going to call a timeout and discuss it. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in the ball game. It's Oneida 27, Sweetwater 20. We'll be back to Carter Field and Sweetwater right after this. And welcome back. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the game. It is 4th down 7 for Sweetwater. And Stan, they're going to go for it.
Well, you about have to. Two minutes and a half to go. You got to go for it here on 4th and 6.
Of course, you don't call a timeout here. You got
a quarterback. Timeout Sweetwater again.
They have to call timeout again because it looked like maybe they was a little bit confused. We'll go ahead and stick with it right here.
So it looked like they was moving Hawkins back to quarterback that time. Had Gaze was out and Hawkins was the quarterback.
It seemed like, you know, that Sweetwater was a little bit confused coming onto the field, which I can't hardly understand that after calling a timeout. You've seen a couple of players talking it over out there and everything. But as I said, you know, calling a timeout and then going out on the field, and they looked like they was confused even after that timeout. So I don't understand what was going on there with the Wildcats.
Well, these timeouts are big. Oneida can hold right here. Sweetwater only have one timeout. I think Oneida can practically almost run out the clock. They might have to run one or two plays.
How long was the play clock in high school?
I think 35 or 30.
I think it's 30 seconds.
It'd be close.
The referees are calling the players down on the field now as the time has expired for the timeout.
This is going to be the biggest play of the year right here.
They've got a receiver out wide to each side. Split formation backfield.
Gaze in at quarterback. That's for a halfback pass.
And there's a pass. Coming downfield is going to be complete to number 10 for the first down. Jamie Upton, as they might have been playing a little cushion on him, giving him a little bit of room, but you can't allow them to have the first down, and that's what they've done. They've given Sweetwater new life.
Sweetwater's up to hurry now. They got one timeout, so they're going to have to get on the ball quick now.
And there's the pitch. Sealed off over here and finally bringing it to the outside. He's going to get out of bounds, which will stop the clock at 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Number 20, Heath Hawkins with the carry. Probably 29. Probably on the 29-yard line. It's Sweetwater. I don't know about you, Stan, but I don't think I can take too many games like this.
It looks like there's a player down. I can't tell. I believe it's a Oneida player. It's Oneida player. I can't see who it is.
Well, we've got an Oneida player down right here. We're going to take a break. 2 minutes, 19 seconds left to go. Sweetwater with the ball and driving. 27-20 your lead. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back as Daniel King was the injured player. Now the coach came out onto the field to check him, so he's got to sit out for one play. There's a bit of a discussion on that as we were gone on a break. But it's first down, or second down, and 9-1 to go for Sweetwater. Pass downfield. Going to be incomplete. Intended out there for Jamie Upton.
Correction, Jeremy Meredith.
Oh, Jeremy Breeden. I think the PA announcer couldn't find it. He threw me off on that. I'm missing everybody tonight. So it is third down and 1 now for Sweetwater. Look for him to give it to number 23, Tyson Neal, up the middle. They've run that play all night long. When it's been third and short, second and short. And he is over to your left. Number 80 is your right halfback, Tony Oggs. And they're going to pass it. They're going for the touchdown. Downfield is going to be touchdown Sweetwater. Heck of a play to make the reception, as I thought Phil Meredith had it knocked down. But good hands by Jamie Upton as he goes into the end zone. And now the all-important extra point.
Oh, are they going to go for it? Looks like they're going to go for 2. They're going for 2.
They're going to go for 2 and go for the win. Of course, both the extra points tonight hasn't been pretty at all. And both are missing wide to the side of the goalpost. Going for 2. The Indian defense has got to hold them right here.
It's a big play right here for Oneida to hold them.
Pass into the end zone. Incomplete. A flag on the play. There's no way. That was a pass
interference. There's no way he's going to catch that ball. That was a bad call by the officials. I hate to say that, but that was a bad call by the officials.
Yeah, that ball was well overthrown. The ball has to be catchable. But it's up to the referee's discretion.
That was no way.
It's up to the referee's discretion whether it's catchable or not.
That ball was 7 yards. There's no way he's going to catch the ball. And he ran into Meredith. Meredith didn't do anything. He ran into Meredith.
That's going to move the ball up to the 1.5-yard line. That could be the key play of the night right there, was the penalty on the interference. Sweetwater to go for the 2 one more time from the 1.5. The Indian defense can't get down on that play. They've got to stay up, and really they've got to stick it to Sweetwater right here. There's your pinch around the left side. He's got an alley. He's in for the 2. And Sweetwater has taken the lead with 2:07 left to go here in the ball game. It's Sweetwater 28, Oneida 27. We'll be back for a final 2 minutes right after you watch this timeout. Back, 2:07 left to go in the ball game. Sweetwater with their first lead of the night after scoring first in the first quarter. Oneida Indians took over the game and have led all the way up. So now 2 minutes left to go in the game. It's 28-27 Sweetwater. Both sides are on their feet. Oneida has to get down within field goal range. And I believe they need to get down to about the 25-yard line to be in field goal range, maybe the 20 or the 25, to put Billingsley in field goal range.
Kickoff for Sweetwater.
Murray set to kick it off for the Wildcats. Meredith and Thompson back deep. Long driving kick going to be fielded by Meredith. Looking for an alley and getting it out to about the 35-yard line. Now that clock will be round as soon as they get the change set. Oneida, Stan, I believe, has all 3 of their timeouts.
I'm pretty sure they do. I think they got all 3.
And the clock is now wound. 2 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Of course, you remember just a few weeks ago, Sheldon Clark, it was less time than this. When Sheldon Clark scored, Oneida drove it down and scored right before the half. So the Indians are capable of putting some points on the board in a hurry. Back to pass is Pike. Across the middle is Thompson. He gets out to about the 48-yard line. And with the first down, that'll stop the clock as the Indians will set up.
Oneida needs to hurry. They need to hurry.
A minute 38 left as the clock is stopped, as the change is set. Now they are set, and the clock begins to roll. Look for the Indians to call timeout after this play because it's still taking about 30 seconds to run a play, even as the clock stops for a first down. He's being hurried out of the pocket, throw downfield. Nice catch.
Good catch by Thompson. Heck of a throw by Pike. Pike eluded the rush, and he just laid a rocket to Thompson. Timeout, Oneida.
With timeout, we'll do the same. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go in this ball game. It is Sweetwater 28, Oneida 27. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Sweetwater 28, Oneida 27. Oneida is down here on the 39-yard line of Sweetwater. They need to get at least to the 20 to have any kind of a chance at a winning field goal. Meredith in motion out of the backfield. Looking across the middle. Daniel King.
Daniel King.
Oh, down to the 6-yard line.
What a play. They tip Meredith in motion. And working. King was right down the middle. Open, wide open. Oh, now they got the ball. First and goal at the 5.5-yard line.
I'm about to have a heart attack over. The clock is now rolling. 1:07 left and moving as the Indians come up.
Elizabeth, I think I'm coming.
2 wide outs to the left. And Pike with the keeper around the right side. He's going to have to keep it. He's going to be snowed under. Indians need to take a timeout right here. And they're asking for it. As we're down to 40.9 seconds left to go. It is 28-27. We'll go ahead and just stay with it right here. We just took a break, so we'll go ahead and stay with this one. Stan, the ball is marked out here at about the 6-yard line. What does the Indians have to do to get this play in? They've got 2 downs to do it.
It's on 7.
Okay, it's 2nd down and goal. They've got 3 downs to score, but they've only got 40 seconds.
Well, you got one more timeout left, so you got a chance to run the ball again. And you got to go for the end zone. I think you got to throw it. You got to go. Maybe look for Pike rolling out here to the left and throwing back across the field, maybe looking for a screen.
Okay, keep in mind the Indians will want to save that last timeout to let Billingsley come in and attempt the field goal if they do not score. In a situation like this about 5 years ago at Donaldson Christian. You remember that in the state semifinal?
Hey, let's not mention anything.
Of course, on that occasion, we've seen Coach May run the ball right up the road and set the ball right in the middle of the field for the field goal. Once again, we got Meredith in motion, and we got a flag. I think the Indians moved.
Oneida jump. Oneida's definitely going to put the ball in the air now.
Of course, now it's not a positive as we got 0.6 of a second rolled off on that. It's kind of interesting having the 1/10 of a second.
Oneida, 5 yards.
Really, no time should go up the clock because that was a dead ball foul. They blow the dead when he jumped.
The Indians have been very successful tonight in going through the air, and we could very well say again. However, keep in mind here, your field is shortened down considerably. They've only got, as the ball is spotted out here at about the 12, they've only got 22 yards to work with. The give is to Meredith right across the middle as he manages to get down to about the 7-yard line.
Everybody just run the clock down and go for the field goal, maybe.
65, Chris Allen.
No, they call timeout.
They have called timeout this time.
They might not want that.
This time we will take a break right here with 32 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Sweetwater 28, Oneida 27, ball on the 7-yard line. We'll be back right after this. As we're back and Oneida calling their last timeout. Stan, you pointed to, you didn't think Oneida maybe wanted to call that timeout.
I thought they might want to run the clock down and maybe give Billingsley a chance to win the game. I don't know, but here he comes. He's seeing the field goal. Here comes the field goal unit on. Here comes the field goal unit.
May catching Sweetwater a little off guard.
Wesley Billingsley, number 20.
You talk about the pressure.
He's on the 8-yard line. The ball will be spotted on the 15. This will be a 25-yard field goal.
Billingsley just treat it like an extra point, son.
It's up. It's good. Yes. Give Billingsley the field goal. Yes.
30-28 your score. As we'll stay with it right here as the entire Oneida crowd on the other side rises to their feet, and the Indians still have to continue with 28
seconds left.
And as we pointed to earlier, Stan, remember the confusion on the 4th down play that Sweetwater had. They had to call 2 timeouts back to back. They don't have the timeouts now. I think they might have one. So that was a critical mistake for Sweetwater.
You got to say that Wesley Billingsley hit the field goal. 28 seconds left. Oh, now holds on. Can't tell you, Wesley Billingsley, a junior, first year in football, comes through with the biggest kick in Oneida history.
I'm so drained I can't even hardly stand up.
I'm about to jump off here. I don't know.
You know, we saw some exciting games back when you was a quarterback against Greenback and stuff.
Yeah, I played it. I didn't know what I was doing.
This one here is one of the best high school football games I believe I've ever witnessed here tonight. It's been back and forth. It's been really a hard-fought game. It's a shame that any team has to lose a game like this. It's going to be short squib kicks, going to be fielded and run out of bounds. Smart play there by Sweetwater.
Got 27.5 seconds to go. Sweetwater 1st and 10 from the 37, it looks like they're going to mark it. 37-yard line.
So keep in mind, first down does stop the clock until they get the down marker set and placed, and then it will wind back.
There's been a former Sweetwater's kicker, probably good from about 40 yards. Of course, the 3 wide receivers moving right. Shotgun formation.
Looks like they're going for the old Hail Mary right off the bat here. Throwing it way downfield. It's going to be knocked down.
Good defense by Eames back there.
Pike, the quarterback on offense, was the man that knocked it down over here on defense. Of course, incomplete, stopping the clock. 21.3 seconds left to go. Of course, as the old saying goes, it only takes one play to score and win a game. And that's what we're looking at right now. They sent 3 downfield, hoping for something to happen. 2nd down, 10 to go for the Wildcats. Ball at the 37-yard line. And once again, the same formation. Sweetwater with 1 timeout. They could try to catch Oneida off guard with a draw. Quarterback looking across the middle. It's going to be tipped and picked off by Shoemaker. And that is going to do it.
It is over. Oneida has won. I like to point something here, though. When Sweetwater scored, Sweetwater's band started playing No One Bites the Dust.
I remember one year at Jellicoe, that made us mad when they did that. Of course, sometimes, you know, things like that, you're up for your home team and everything, but sometimes things like that can inspire the other team on. And that is the end of the ball game.
Get down and try to get some comments. If I get Coach May to come up here, some of the players, too.
You see a lot of Sweetwater players are dejected down there. This has got to be, next to the Clinic Bowl, one of the biggest wins in Oneida High School football history. As they have come down here to Sweetwater, Tennessee, and have come up with the biggest win that I can remember in regular season, 30-28 over the Wildcats. We'll be back with some closing comments and a talk with Coach May right after this.
Come back as Stan. With us here is Billingsley and Coach May, and so we want to ask him a real important question right here.
Well, first of all, I want to say you're my offensive player of the game. So you got the field goal to win the game, and of course, this is your first year out in football. You come down to big kick. I mean, you had to be nervous. What was going through your mind when you was out there?
Well, first of all, I didn't even think I was going to get a chance. I figured Coach May would go for it because it's been rough throughout this year, starting kicking and all. But when I missed that one, then when they went down and scored and got the 2, I was devastated because I thought it was my fault. But they took them back down the field and got me in range, and I did the best I could from there. I told them I'd do the best I could, and that's all that.
We'll settle for the best you could do now.
Yeah. Let me tell you what, Wednesday he had a rough day in practice. He wasn't kicking real well. He got down on himself, and I said, he's going to go down because he's a chance, and I did a great job. And this is a boy I had to recruit heavy, wasn't it? And he's done a great job for us, and we're real glad to have him. And by the way, he scored a touchdown in a B game this week, so he's had a great week.
Good way to cap it off. Coach May, I want to ask you, the 1992 Clinic Bowl game where we won the state championship, that had to be your biggest win in your career. If I may say so, I believe tonight was probably number 2.
Well, you can't rank them because you hate to choose teams. You love every team, and I love this team, and this is one of the greatest things that a team of mine's ever done, to come down here and win under these circumstances. I'm real proud of them. I would have been proud of them if we'd lost, because of the way they played tonight.
They played from start to finish. You know, as you said to me earlier, they never gave up and was right in there. You know, 2 minutes left to go in the game. As a team scores like that, a team really has to reach down to run that thing back downfield and give Billingsley here the chance. And it seemed like your game plan here tonight, as me and Stan pointed to earlier, was kind of to use Jason Pike as a running back. Is that how you...
Well, no, we were going to use on the option. We had this same game plan about in '89. We got talking. We played South Pittsburgh, and played them in the second round of the playoff. And we used the same game plan because they used the same kind of front. And Stan played on that team. Remember, we spread them on the field. And we said if we spread them on the field and get our chance to throw it or run it, then that'll give us some things we can do. We cut it down, and as Stan knows as he looks at this, that's a lot less than we usually have on there in this team.
That's right.
It's a kind of a bare game plan because we wanted to execute what we did the best we could, and our kids did it. I knew Tuesday was ready to play. I knew we were going to play well. I didn't know we was going to win because I didn't know if we had the talent to beat them, but I knew we was going to play well.
Well, it's one of the best games that I've ever been witness to, and it's a credit to you and your coaching staff. You really had the kids ready, and of course a credit to them. They came ready to play, and they wanted. You could tell it.
Let me tell you about our three coaches. I know our defense struggled, but they did some things that gave us a chance to win the ball game on defense. And on offense, we executed well. And that comes down to people up front blocking people, our running backs running hard, our quarterback reading. And they practice it. The coaches really worked this week as hard as the kids, and it's a great compliment to them because this win is a total team effort. And I'm going to tell you something else. Tuesday and Wednesday, our JV team played a B team game on Monday and won it. Came back Tuesday and Wednesday and played the best against us they have all year. And when you got that happening in practice, those other kids got to raise their game and make them a better football team. And it was just like it. We just said we're going to go down there and give it our best shot, and we think we can play with it. And it turned out that we could.
Well, you've got this weekend now, Coach, to savor this great victory here tonight at Sweetwater. Of course, Monday, you got to prepare for another tough game.
Well, all we did now is probably tee off Alcoa and Harriman. They're going to come after us now because we've kind of jumbled up the region standings, and we're just going to come back and go back to work, and we'll be ready to play.
Well, Coach,
we'll give the best effort we got.
Appreciate y'all coming by. Thank you. Appreciate y'all coming by, and good luck next week against Alcoa.
We'll need it.
Well, Stan, the Indians have come down here to Sweetwater and done what a lot of people didn't give them a chance to do, and that was come up with a big win. Sweetwater was ranked 3rd in the state by the AP poll, #1 in the power action ratings, and as Coach May said, we're not going to sneak up on nobody now.
That's right. Maybe this opened the eyes of the pollsters now to give Oneida at least some receiving votes because they hadn't received anything. 8-0, defeated #3 team in the state, so they should get some recognition now.
Now, they get some recognition. Of course, those things don't win any ball games for you, like I've always said. Mainly, what my opinion what it does just fires the other teams up and get them ready for you. But that game with Alcoa will be next week at home at Oneida, and that game will be played on Thursday night because there's no school. It's a statewide teachers meeting there on Friday, so no school on Friday. That game will be played on Thursday night, and Scott High is off altogether this week, so we look for a good crowd up there at Oneida as they host Alcoa.
And one more thing, I mentioned Billingsley, my offensive player of the game. Of course, we got to give co-offensive MVP too to Jason Pike. I mean, it's really the whole Oneida offensive team, but Billingsley really stands out with his field goal to win the game. Defensive MVP, go with Daniel King. He was running the ball all night. Heck of play, run down the outside to keep the outside ground game from getting out of hand.
And of course, a fine team effort by all the Oneida players tonight. As we said earlier, you couldn't ask for a better football game. And this is one that I hope everybody at home recorded. If you didn't record it tonight and you got another chance later this week, you want to keep this one because this one is something like this don't happen too often. For Stan Pennington, I'm Kevin Akers. Be sure and catch us here next week as we'll be covering the Alcoa Oneida game. Should be an exciting one. If you can get to the game, please do. Thank you for joining us here on Channel 5.